It's like I woke up from a nightmare, because I finally got away from you, and I ain't never going back there, if it's the last thing I'll ever do.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Binary 6 Squared. This time we are going to start off and build our vacuum hopper, or vacuum chest. This guy right here. So for that we need pulsating iron. To do that we need an ender pearl and an iron ingot and an alloy smelter. So we can come here, throw one of these. That should cook. Yep, it's going. We have a chest already. So we just need a diamond. Come on. Alright. We need 8 of these. Diamond, just like that. There you go, a vacuum chest. Looks like I tried to pick that up, that's interesting. So now, what I want to try to do is, let's see. Fluid dropper. Put that right above there. Oh, interesting. I didn't really expect it to take it out. And with lapis in particular, that's a problem. Yay thinking. We're gonna need to go down there and see what we destroyed. Okay. So what we can do is extend that, hopefully. And for the moment, we're gonna borrow this guy. The hopper's just picking everything up. Alright. Okay. Too short. It's definitely pulling liquid out. I don't know how many buckets. Yeah, it's not going in there. We don't want that. Ooh, we have a copper ingot. So that's definitely working then. So as long as we don't put something like lapis fluid into the system, we should be pretty good. Well, that's working nicely. Make sure we didn't lose all our torches down here. Lost a few. Stupid bucket. Excellent. So I think with this setup figured out, the next thing to figure out is how to repeat the process so we are also dumping a liquid into one of these things. But to do that, we need to organize and clean up a bit here. I think maybe we'll move this processing system just back here. So then we can ensure we always have a block over this, and then the rest is going to get eaten up, processed into ingots. So I'll come back when I kind of have that set up and ready. So I have a bit of a setup going here now, and what I really want to find out is what will happen with one of these hoppers here. So let's see. Need this facing downward, but directly on it. Vacuum chest is way up there. So what I'm hoping is I can drop shards in here and then have the vacuum hopper pick it up. It's not going to work. I've built this floor out here. Another level. And go one more. Oh, come on. Come on. Yeah, use the one right at the end for a little bit of efficiency. Okay, so we want the hopper right here. Okay, so we're gonna have to pillar up a little bit, maybe. Maybe not. Okay, that's looking good. So what I want to have happen here is if we have extra inside of this iron dropper, continuously well powered. Shoot, it doesn't look like. Let's see. Okay, one higher. Now the problem here, wait, I might not have needed to do that. Install it. Give that back. Okay, let's check this one more time just to be sure. All right. Yeah, I want this to drop the shards in. See, we have extras that are sitting in there. We don't really want that. Five tick pickup 20. No pickup delay. Can this pick items up? Hmm. Mm-hmm. Alright, so we're gonna try this one higher, and of course it did. And try it like that. Actually, let's check on the next one over because I want to see if it's actually even gonna make it, you know, in there. Okay. Alright, so do it like that. No, it's not even gonna drop in there. And the system's definitely working. Hmm. What we might want to do is, yeah, I'm not sure yet. I'll have to think on it. Do a bit of brainstorming. This is definitely, the setup is working. Here in the case of gold, because this is full. I think what I might do is if these are all empty, or they're all full, the system will like turn off. Yep, lots of thinking to do on planning this thing out, but I think I can manage it. I will figure something out. But for now, it seems to be doing okay. It tends to kind of stock up all of these fluid hoppers, so there should be like 4 ingots here, maybe 3. So I think there's an iron one in this fluid hopper. Yeah, well, I'll be back. Okay, so here's what I have come up with. So first of all, one thing I noticed is because I have 4 destinations, fluids could potentially get split up into 4 droppers, and that's not good. But for now, the way I've kind of worked around that is I put a fluid transfer node on each block. Later on, I'd like to figure out how to like just buffer with absolute buckets, so then I don't really run into that problem. But for now, that works. So with the vacuum chest, I figured out the show range button. We can do this. And in the case of this iron dropper, it's just out of range, so it can drop down and hit items down here. So what I might be able to do is get another hopper down here on a clock that just feeds right back to here. So then it just cycles the items, and yeah, that's kind of laggy, but it will work. So, that's getting things working is really just our primary goal here. So that should be the last of the iron through the system. But to do those things, I need to get some more iron going, so basically I'm waiting for that. I'll probably just let this guy run for a while. Get it. Hopefully we're, producing extra ores. Like that's the entire point, right? So seems to be, but it's too early to call it. I think the easiest way to manage the fluids and all that is going to be to run only one fluid through it at a time. Not sure, or maybe 4 buckets at a time. I don't know, but it's working now, so it's good enough for me. And now I need to figure out what to do next. First, I want to turn this off. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And this range can get pretty, like, that's huge. So it might even be worth, like, using one of these in a mob farm. That's a pretty cool block. Take that down to 1. Actually, I am curious if this works at 0. I think we don't have any more fluid left. Yep, it's completely empty. 3 more iron. And I just put it in there, it drops right down there. Anyway, I'll be back. So now that we are using up power and stuff, we're gonna need a better income for charcoal. I've probably gone through about a stack in this machine here, and that's a little bit here, but also this bottler I created. So fluid comes into the bottler, and at a bucket, it dumps it out into a bucket, which comes into this uh ender, what is it? Tank. Ender IO. Gosh, how did I forget that? And it goes into the Ender IO tank, dumps it in here, and then through a transfer node, and then our ingot is our final destination. So I can't really speed this up. I've kind of tinkered around with a dispenser, but I'm not ready for that. Anyway, we have a good amount of iron right now, and this is buffered by a bucket, so that's kind of what I wanted. The wiring for this Ender IO setup is kind of crazy. So it comes in here, then it comes out the bottom, and back into the bottler. And I used several different blocks, and that was the first one I got that actually worked. Going from one bottler to another bottler, I couldn't extract the empty bucket. I have no idea why. Anyway, so in the case of wood, what I want to do is make a chopper. One of these guys right here. I think we have the items. Yeah. We should probably upgrade that to stone. Oh, there we go. Upgrade to a stone chopper. We won't go to an iron one just yet. Do we have an axe? Well, we have... I don't know if that's gonna work. Let's just give it a stone axe for the moment. Now, I don't remember if these need to be in the center or the side. I'm gonna do that. I think it's only going to plant one sapling either way. Don't burn my sapling. Yeah, it's gonna plant just the one sapling for now. Well, I'll just let that go. Eventually we'll upgrade the size of that and all that goodness. Things are looking a little bit cleaned up here. One thing I did do over here is I expanded this to have 3 slots here. 3 empty areas so the spiders can actually spawn. Because we need string. And I have no idea how to actually get string. String. The spider essence might be one thing we can go and do. Or smack some cotton. Or smack grass until we get cotton. We've been getting a good amount of these seeds. I actually found a... Here we go. I made a chest just for like plants. So we're getting ultimate sprout and powerful sprout. And I'd also like to check out these creeper seeds. Well, we'll just move that. I want to check out these creeper seeds. I'm kind of afraid of them. Where did the chunk go? Alright. I believe it's like that. Yeah, creeper sprout. Hmm. I don't think we have enough for another dirt right. I'll try to steal a dirt. I don't really want to plant it right here. Bit of lag there. Yeah, so we're gonna plant it. And we could actually just go down below. Like down. And there. Because I don't know if that spawns creepers or anything funky, so we'll find out. Come on, let me up. Oh, and before I start getting on the farm again, I also would like to make another vacuum chest. Vacuum? Because I did use it a little bit and I found I couldn't really pick up the drops. So what we should be able to do is come right here, maybe even will be good. Yeah, that should be really good. There we go. One more? Oh, no, that's max. That should be good. Nice. This really? Hmm. Things are just never simple, are they? Probably put it right there. Oh, looks like it's working. Working well enough anyway. Not what I wanted. Alright. Um, excuse me. This guy over here should be working. Yeah, I'll check that later. I'll grab this lever. I can show you kind of what I was thinking right here. The empty bucket does go over there. But that would kind of speed it up if I put this on like a clock. And then I make sure I feed empty buckets back into it. The only concern there is in the moment where there's no fluid there, this guy here could pump it in. That would be kind of bad. I don't know, there's more things to do with this to kind of figure it out. But it works well enough the way it is. I'm just kind of a perfectionist. Alright. So I definitely there. I need to get growing more wheat because with wheat we can make more dirt. I'll fill this out. Probably it's hard to tell when almost grown and grown with those plants, but that's okay. Okay. So now I have to be a bit more careful over here. I have discovered that this thing has some. Look at that range. That's pretty awesome. Pretty cool. Fortune 1. Oh, I know what that one does. The Fortune Proud Soul enchant on a sword. All it does is it makes you drop whatever item the mob has in its hand, and later levels of it, it makes the mob drop its entire like what armor it's wearing in addition to what it's holding. So it's not really that interesting to me. Like I'd like to get extra drops, but I don't really care about what the mobs are holding. I think we have enough for some dirt. Yeah, we do. They're slowly expanding things out here. Yeah, we got 2 string. The first thing I'm gonna get and make is probably gonna be a bed. Otherwise, I think our spawn point is still like up here a little bit on top of where the tree was. this has been an interesting episode, and had fun with this. It took me a long time to kind of this bucket. It was more trouble than it was worth, kind of thing there. Like, I didn't really need to do what I did. That's okay. And I just need to start going through all these metals and making a lot more. So that's probably what I'm going to do between episodes. I think I'll also get started on planning kind of more of a base so we can go. I'm thinking about making like a second layer above this. I don't know. We're gonna need to get into more power generation and storage especially. Like making this extra chest here has helped, but we're still pretty cramped. So I hope you have enjoyed this episode, and a few things kind of split between two episodes. So anyway, I will see you guys next time. So have a good day. Bye.